Hi, beautiful Gemini. How are you? This is Mary Ellen, coming to you once again from beautiful little Moonrise Cottage. I'm here to do your love reading for September 1st through the 7th, taking into consideration this beautiful Virgo new moon that we've just literally come past. And, well, look what's on your menu. My guides have asked me to change it up this week. My readings are always directed by what I call my guides, the energies that I connect to. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's wonderful, literally, my guides are saying, to have you here, and to all the returning viewers and subscribers. Just my deepest love and gratitude for all your love and support. My guys they've been talking about, you've been here with me from the beginning. And not all of you know my story, but it's kind of an intense one. And it's you folks that have been the wind underneath my wings, my guides are saying. So thank you so much. As always, when you come visit the channel, do me the love and the service to click the like button. It literally helps the distribution of the videos. And please also assist with that by posting it on your Facebook and etc. Okay? So let's jump in. I use the Oracle decks to pull forward the generalized energy in which your love relationship is functioning and developing over the course week to week. So, Gemini, this card is the first card that comes out. That's the theme that my guides want to speak about. Look, do I need to say any words about that? I don't think so, except that in the traditional tarot, this would be the Eight of Wands. Rapid messaging coming in. A lot of passion. It's a story about a couple that was held apart from each other. They had to go through a transformation. They were in a great banquet hall for, I think it was a wedding celebration. In any event, when the curse was thrown off, the feminine half of the equation went through a rapid transformational cycle. She was then able to reach her lover. They ran to the chimney, ran to the fireplace, literally stepped into the fire, rose up the chimney, turned into swans, and flew away. So there's something mystical, magical coming together. That's the theme of the reading. So we're going to look into it. All right. Here we've got for you, beautiful Gemini, acceptance. Do you see that? There is something developing. Look at how the energy comes in. So there's something about the situation. There might be somebody who's been standing there for a while, and you finally come to a place of acceptance within your own heart, which is kind of the story here, sort of, kind of, not exactly, right? That's from the journey of love. And for your partner, the angel of Jupiter awakens. Really beautiful. So, going through a cycle, obviously, together and as individuals, in order to finally have this meeting come forward. So from the animal medicine decks, I pull a couple of indicators also. That's beautiful buffalo. That's about the sacredness of gifts, the gifts you have within you. It talks a lot about the white buffalo woman and the white buffalo, the prophecy of the white buffalo. So if you don't know about that, go and look. It's very sacred. It's very beautiful. I'm not going to go too deeply into it because my love of storytelling is causing the readings to be an hour long lately, and it's not my true desire. So for your partner, blue heron. Beautiful. Cleansing. Come to rights inside of themselves. That's why we have this awakening. So let's pull a little bit. Let me just open the books for you a little bit. All right. And we'll get some wisdom, and then we're going to jump in. We're going to jump straight in, my guides are saying. I'm going to pick from the Mystical Shaman Oracle to see what this shamanic energy is right there that's pulling you together. So let's see. Buffalo. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful reading. And if you've been here for a while, you probably know the story, but I'm going to read it as a reminder. And for all the new kids, my guides are saying, some reason lately they're calling everybody kids. So the buffalo is about prayer and abundance. In the Lakota tradition, it was the white buffalo calf woman who brought the sacred pipe to the people and taught them to pray. Buffalo was the major source of sustenance for the plains native peoples. It gave meat for food, hides for clothing, warm and soft buffalo robes for long winter nights. The medicine of buffalo is prayer, gratitude, praise for that which has been received. Buffalo medicine is also knowing that abundance is present when all relations are honored as sacred. Because of its desire to give the gifts of its body, and because of its willingness to be used on earth for the highest good, before entering the hunting grounds of the spirit, buffalo did not readily stampede or hunt or run from hunters. To use buffalo medicine is to smoke the sacred pipe and to give praise for the richness of life to be shared with all races, all creatures, all nations, all life. It means smoking for others so that their needs are met, praying for the good of all things in harmony, and accepting the great mystery as part of the harmony. How beautiful is that? Buffalo medicine is a sign that you achieve nothing without the aid of the Great Spirit, and that you must be humble enough to ask for that assistance and then be grateful for what you receive. So, words for your path, my guides are saying. Okay, let's look at Blue Heron. Let's look at your energy that your partner has, and we'll see how the story weaves itself together. So, Blue Heron is about self reflection. Heron medicine is the power of knowing the self by discovering its gifts and facing its challenges. It is the ability to accept all feelings and opinions without denying any emotion or thought. Heron flies over those who are unaware of who they are and where they belong in the world. Heron gently drops a blue feather to them, asks that they follow their intuition and begin the empowering journey of self-realization. If Great Blue Heron has flown into your cards today, it is urging you to dive into the watery world of feelings, to seek your truth. Heron teaches you to develop your self-reflective skills so that you may come to know yourself in an intimate way. Looking at yourself through the filmy lens of self-importance, the cloudy perceptions of low self-esteem, or the myopic eyes of self-pity, you will never understand your true potential or appreciate the opportunities that appear. Heron medicine people are therefore willing to look at themselves and see the truth of their motives, actions, feelings, dreams, goals, inner strengths, and inner weaknesses. In balancing those truths, Heron medicine shows you how to meet the challenges of your personal weakness and how to continue developing the skills that lead to inner strength and certainty of purpose. Wow, beautiful. All right, so my goodness, that is, how lovely is that? Let's look. Let's get one of these beautiful shamanic destiny cards, my guides are calling it, and we're going to jump in. We're going to start with you, beautiful Gemini. We're starting right off with you, my guides are saying, and we're going to develop a line of cards for your partner. We're going to look into them. We're going to pull a rune at the end, so stick around for that, and we'll see how the story is weaving together. So, as you know, as all readers say, this can go vice versa. Don't get stuck on gender. Consider these aspects widely in your life. It could be about you and a workmate, could be about you and a best friend, could be somebody that you run into who suddenly helps you meet your destiny. So we're talking about quantum energy. We're talking about the literal strings of the unified field. That's what I'm here to speak about. My guides call that the tapestry. Pardon me, Spirit. Okay, they want this. Yeah. Ooh, look. The Time Master. Do you see the infinity symbol? It's about mastering time. Something might be coming forward to you from another time across the veil, and we see kind of the indications of that. Really interesting. So, strings of energy, quantum energy, people call it twin flame, soulmate, all kinds of things. My guides prefer, they say, we prefer to, they're talking about boiling it down to reality, which for them means we're talking about the unified field. We all come from the unified field. We return to the unified field. We're starseed, all of that. Okay? Let's see. Hang on one sec. Pardon me. That's the explanation for the things that people are experiencing. When you stand in front of another person and you suddenly feel bonded to them, your chakras turn on, your cells vibrate, it's just because you are in the similar vibration of the unified field. And you're helping each other awaken. You're here in a tapestry of souls, and we're meant to do this for each other. It's going to happen more and more, so we have to widen our view. So the essence of Time Master is the essence of time is a construct of the human mind through which life events are seen to flow in a straight line from past to future. Thank you. That's what I was just yakking on about. This, however, is an illusion. Time moves in patterns, fractals, sometimes turning like a wheel, and other times moving as straight as an arrow. Humans see time like a ticking clock, and this image reminds us that there is only so much of that to spend in a life, like a kind of currency. At any given moment, you can see time in all of its infinite potential, at once vast and all-encompassing, and then shrunken and finite. It all depends on your perspective. When the Time Master visits you, he asks a most important question. Will you break free from limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclical quality of time? You find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you are able to influence the past, thus changing the future. Thank you, Spirit. All of this happens simultaneously in that moment. This is the true test of the Time Master. You are being invited to take back your power. So let go of the past and choose to step into your life. In this moment, you are all powerful and you are the Time Master. Anything is possible. It's giving me a shiver. All right, thank you, spirits and guides. Okay, I have pre-shuffled the cards. There. My guides, if you're new, you'll learn. My guides are cheeky. Sometimes they're very serious, and sometimes they're cheeky. So, all the things just having been read, they're saying, this is the theme of the reading. This is you, Gemini, in your energy in this week for this reading. And anytime you stumble across it, it's the right moment to see it. All the stuff that readers say, because it's about energy, it's not about linear time. So there you go, the courtship of art. 3 of Cups. See that bag hanging on a hook there? That is somebody who was trying to obstruct this union. There's one thing I want you to see. See how they're touching their fingers? And they're just lightly touching each other, and they're gazing into each other's eyes. We're going to get to that. So the fairy tale is someone was trying to obstruct the union. Similar as the overarching theme, okay? And, all right, hang on. My guys are telling me to stop a second. Must be the inside they want. What is it, Spirit? Okay. So, they overcame this obstruction. Someone was trying to stand in their way. This couple was betrothed. And what they literally had to do is they had to learn how to use their energy blended together to overcome the obstruction. It was put in a bag and hung on a hook, and they went forward with their marriage ceremony, and all was well. Okay? So my guides are basically saying you're going through this process of many shifts and many changes. Gemini, in your own self. That's the other thing. Okay, my guys are telling me to move the cards there so you can see them all together. That's the other thing that's going on sort of underneath. They're talking about like the undercurrents. A lot of shift and change going into the sacred cauldron for a rebirth cycle, for cleansing, for healing, all those things. And that brings forward a new life. So that's wow. My guy just said that's the vision quest that you're going on. I like it. Thank you, Spirit. What is it we have here? It's interesting. Some of you might be having some challenges Okay, we're sort of getting a theme here. I just want to show you the card that came off the top. Something is being revealed. All right, that's the Nine of Wands. So without getting into the story, Nine of Wands, right? Kind of at the end, near the end of a cycle, fraught with a lot of challenges and difficulties and battles and etc. And in this deck, the revelation of skill is about the things that are revealed to you about your own behavior. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. Okay? About your own behavior. So there's something going on between you and your partner, within both of you. It is about making sacrifices, being willing to smoke the pipe, peace and love for everybody, all that stuff, okay? So I think there's some tolerance that has to happen. You have to make certain that all your efforts are ethical. Every single one of them, when it comes to riding through the time toward each other, acceptance. And the angel of Jupiter awakens because of this blue heron energy. So I think there are going to be some challenges. There often are, as people come together. All right. Sometimes we're talking about a stable bonded relationship that's already in process, and you go through a death and rebirth process. But bam, look at that. That's the death card. Thank you, Spirit. Sometimes, when I'm chattering, it's really coming straight from them. And it comes into my head, and then I start saying it. So thank you, Spirit. That was fun. That's the liberator of devotion. It is a shamanically led journey. Do you see the shaman carrying the head across the divide, so to speak? I got to be careful because YouTube will ban this video if I use that too much. But, death and rebirth. Because of the relationship itself and because of the cycle or the stage that the relationship is in, okay? So a beautiful coming together after a long series of transformational stages, I think, is what we're talking about here. Okay, Spirit, give us one. They want me to look at this. Hang on. No, okay, I get it. That's a reflection of what I just said, but we don't need another one of those cards. Spirit, can you give us another piece of information, steps in the journey? So if you're new, again, the elopement of skill, that's the theme. That's your energy, Gemini. This is your human walk. This is what you're going to go through. Going through a transformation. And the new moon is coming. By the time this publishes, it may be right on the new moon in Virgo, which is all about healing. Okay? Make sure you are truthful. This card has to do with lies. Okay? And it has to do with, whether or not you tell the truth, what's the outcome? What are your machinations that you're going through while you're trying to reach your goal? It's just a warning and an acknowledgement that you got to be ethical. Okay, it's so fascinating. All right, so the topic keeps coming. Let me think for a minute. Hang on, give me a second. Yeah, so as you go through these transformations and these stages, in order to come to this place, when you join your energy, you may have some challenges as you balance together with yourself and with your partner, all right? So that's about conflict of a certain kind. That's about conflict of a certain kind. That's about conflict, right? It's going to bring you through these stages, this relationship. Really interesting. So my guides really may be talking to people who are very new in relationship and those who've been in relationship for a while, because as we cycle through long-term relationship, all kinds of things come up for resolution that are, just new things and things that are buried within us, and it hasn't been the moment yet. So that's very interesting. The combat of knowledge. The Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold, feeling upset with your partner, feeling angry, etc. So you can tell by the coloration there's just some anger going on. Because this is coming after the portal, the death and rebirth card, this is about a form of birth. It's about a magical goddess who was compelled by her earthly husband to run a race with a racehorse. She was terrifically angry because when she was, compelled to do this, she was literally in labor. She ran the race. She was mad as hell. She touched she won because she's a magical goddess. She touched the stone of destiny, and in that moment, she squatted down on the spot and gave birth to twins. So this is the process you're going through while the two of you birth this relationship. I think that's what it's all about. Very interesting. And you may be banishing something within yourselves, each of you, as you go through the transformation, because kind of the end of the story is she banished her earthly husband because he betrayed their bond. She had a secret. She didn't want anyone to know. She said, I'll marry you, earthly king, but you can't tell anybody I'm a magical goddess. And he did, and that's how this thing happened. He made a bet, and he was bragging, having a bragathon with his buddies. Oh, well, my wife is a goddess. She can beat your racehorse. That kind of stupid silliness, right? So there's something going on. There's going to be some challenges. That's the takeaway, I believe. And whatever it is that's not serving you in the relationship, that is causing you to transform, be reborn, you're going to banish that stuff out of the relationship forever. All right? Because of all the aspects that we see here. Acceptance, the angel of Jupiter, awakening, and the time master. It's actually a really beautiful story coming forward. And look, a prophecy, another revelation. Do you see? Revelation? Revelation. That's the bridge card that connects your human walk with your soul cycle. So the revelation of art, she just literally came out in Taurus. This is about a woman who was a psychic. She was clairvoyant. She was able to predict the lineage of her people, the succession of kings, things like that. So there's some prophecy coming forward through this reading. It's very mysterious, isn't it? We see a lot of mirroring going on in the cards with the various aspects. You and your partner, you're going to come into some really beautiful, sacred, like my guides are saying, like literally sacred bond. And there's going to be a process. So trust the process. Be gentle with each other. Even if you're having disagreements and fights come forward, there's something meant to be uncovered because of that. That's what's going to bring you to the energy. And that's why we see these, my guides are calling them icons of couples that had challenge. Okay? Trust your couplehood, my guides are saying. Let's see. Yep, I'm going to keep going. What do you want? Spirit, give it. Yeah, okay. It's because the seeds of your relationship are buried inside of this place. You are literally utilizing the energies that rise up and the challenges you go through to create seeds and blow them forward into your own life. The spinner of growth. It's solid like a tree. Take in, breathe in the energy, okay, from these challenges and prophecies, because there are the seeds of your relationship inside of that. And they're gonna be released, and they're gonna blow out into your world, right? And create new factors of growth. That's what's literally going on. So be patient. If you get in an argument or whatever, let yourself be mad and then laugh it off and give each other a hug and kiss and keep on going. That's what my guys are saying. Because soon enough, you'll be standing in the full light of the sun. And another major arcana card, okay? So, two things about this. That's the sun card. Do you see how this person's been transformed and they're marked now? The sacred spiral of destiny is turning. There's an enormous amount of light, abundance. In Celtic Wisdom Tarot, this is the protector of sacred lore. And do you see what line it's in? Death and rebirth, reemergence in the full light of the sun, when your energies join together after overcoming obstacles. Trust yourselves. Major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. An enormous, and two revelations. An enormous amount of energy. Okay? Here's what's next. My guides told me to take it. This came out yesterday, this actually came out in Taurus as well. So this is the energy of the week, is what I'm finding out as I'm doing the readings. So there we have the Rememberer, another major arcana card. The Rememberer of sacred lore. following the protector of sacred lore. So you are going to remember sacred notions that are encoded within you, I think, in this week coming forward. That's part of what's going on, okay? And this fellow is the Hierophant. So we are literally talking about sacred knowledge, okay? And this woman got mad because sacred knowledge got revealed and she asked for it not to be. So, it was meant to happen because she was meant to give birth to twins, and there's the twins. You know what I'm saying? So take heart. Have faith in this reading. It's prophesying some challenges. Okay, definitely. It is. But it's also showing you the way through the challenges, and there it is. Okay? Two of battle. Dialogue of battle. Two of swords. Each of you is going to raise your sword to the heavens. And you are, when you're sitting there in front of the water element, contemplating love and contemplating the challenges and asking which way to turn and all the things it's going to take you, that kind of dedication and devotion. Because the liberator of devotion is here. You're going to be freed from these challenges, okay? Through this kind of a cycle. And then you hit the mountaintop and you are hand in hand with the spirit realm. Okay, nobody ever talks about that aspect of the Two of Swords, but that's what's going on. You're just going deep inside. That's eagle medicine. Look that up on the web, please. But you are literally touching the hand of the divine to help you transmit the wisdom into you that you will need to go forward. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's check out your partner. Let's find out what's going on with this beautiful blue heron. Spirit, can you give us some energy, please? What is it that we need to know about this beautiful partner for Gemini? Who is it that's showing up? Woo-wee, look at that. Oh my God. The Chariot, the mover of energy. Do you see the Sacred Mother and all the growth happening? This woman moves forward because she has become activated, because she has done her blue heron lessons. Okay, it's not really about the horses, it's about the energy. So I see the sun is starting to set behind me. I'm going to get up and just close the curtains, gang. So otherwise, we're just not going to be able to see this. So one moment. I'm sorry for the interruption. Yeah, much better. Okay, so the mover of energy. It's interesting because Gemini, water sign. Okay, so maybe, could be. We'll see. There's water here. All right, Spirit, give us a little more energy, please. About this beautiful mover. Look, your partner's literally going through an initiation. The dedicator of lore. So we have the keeper of lore. We've got the rememberer of lore, the Hierophant. And the sacred initiate, the dedicator of lore, the hanged man in traditional tarot. Here it's about the goddess of sacrifice, bestowing the sacred amulet onto the initiate, who, like in the Two of Swords, blindfolded, right, stands with their questions, jumps empty-handed into the void while receiving the energy that's meant to come to them. This is really interesting. Thank you, Spirit. All right, what else have we got, Spirit, for this beautiful Yasi? And while so doing, balancing their energy. The balancer of harmony. Split open like an initiate would be, right down the central meridian and resewn, and able to handle the energy of the universe that they stand in and that comes to them when they move their energy forward. Phenomenal. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Whew, let's see what else we've got. Oh, we got, Spirit. Yeah, they are going to, like you are doing, okay? You're spinning the energy. You're going through a lot of transformation. So when you come through this new moon and you move toward the full moon, this is when your partner is going to come to completion with their tasks. And then I think the energy of the relationship will ignite and move forward in whatever way it's meant to. King of Battle, sitting in a graveyard on the full moon, had his hand severed in a battle was not allowed to be king. Went through a mystical healing process. His hand literally grew back and he rose back up to his throne. But he had to go through this death and rebirth cycle. So you are mirroring each other in great regard, but as always, you've each got your own journey to go on. So you have to allow each other space and time to go on that journey so that you can find each other and know how you're going forward, okay, as a couple. Because no matter what, how you describe this and what you want to think about mirroring and all those notions. Okay, hang on. My guys told me to stop. All right, hang on, Spirit. What is it you wanted me to know? They want the split. Yeah, of course they do. All right, prattle, all the things I was saying, right? You each have your individuated journey. Do not collapse yourself into the union. Do not. You must remain stable individuals in your own place. Okay, so we are talking for your partner. We see what your process looks like, Gemini. That's what your partner's process looks like. Doesn't that give you a shiver? So everything I just said about the King of Battle and how your relationship unfolds and goes forward. There's the new moon in Virgo. That is another literal prophecy and another card of revelation. All right? So let's start with this. At the new moon in Virgo, do you see the portal underneath the new moon? I call that the all-seeing eye. That is the Leaf Veil, the stone of destiny, that exists at the place of kings, the coronation of kings, which was her job to see the lineage of kings. And there's your partner in the light of the new moon, getting a massive download of energy, shift and change. Touching the stone of destiny. Touching the stone of destiny. Do you see how you mirror each other? Don't doubt it. Do not. Just trust the process, okay? Be loving and kind and gentle when the arguments come, because they're gonna. I can see it, and I've experienced it, so I know. All right? A prophecy, the beginning of knowledge, Ace of Pentacles, all kinds of earthly abundance. And you see how this woman, I think that's more Fessa. She is the sacred poet, the guardian of the sacred places. And when she touches that stone of destiny, she transforms from her hair all the way down. She receives all the sacred knowledge, the inspiration. She's able to shine it down upon the earth. It is about spiritual activation that causes self-actualization. Oh my goodness gracious. You are a power couple. That's for dang sure. Because of the energies that flow between you. So this revelation, next to this revelation, is really fascinating. The revelation of knowledge, the 9 of Pentacles, where you stand in your own place and you are just bountiful, okay? That's the place every partner has to get to. The thing I literally just said, okay? You have to stand strong in yourself in order to be in a successful partnership. And if you cannot or are not willing to go through your own process, the chances of the relationship surviving are slim. My guides are cruel today. They said slim to none, like that. Okay, they're just being they're saying, yeah, I know, I'm acting like your dad, but just listen up. Okay, stuff like that. So this is about a warrior who went through many battles, transformed across many oceans, all in a lifetime, just kept transforming and transforming and transforming. So take the inference from there. This gentleman does have stamina for a very long journey. That's why the stag is there, right? So when this person was reborn in the last incarnation in that lifetime, he became a great wisdom holder. So clearly that's what's going on with your partner. Coming into an enormous amount of abundance and wisdom. So my goodness, doesn't matter what sign, people always, and I get it, they want to know, but don't we have every sign here on the table? I think we do, in some one aspect or another. So, look at your charts. See how the energy runs through your charts as individuals to help understand this story. I'm going to pick one rune for the relationship this week. Look, the lineage of kings, prophesying the lineage of kings. You see the king looking right at her? I like this very much. Thank you, Spirit. Going through the initiation, moving the energy forward into balance. That's so beautiful. Okay, Spirit, what would you like this beautiful couple to know? What is going to help them on their journey? Whether they are friends or lovers or family members, somebody is stimulating somebody else for a sacred journey. My guides are saying, be content with that. It's interesting. Okay. I'm going to put it right there. That is the rune, Berkana. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's about growth. And we started the reading with these stories about how things grow. And there's the spinner of growth. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So let me just flip to the page. I'll read it to you. And I wish you a fabulous week. This is Berkana. Is about growth. The birch tree, growth and rebirth. Hang on. I need my little glasses. So Berkana is one of the cycle runes. Represents a form of fertility that fosters growth both symbolically and actually. The growth may occur in affairs of the world, family matters, the relationship of the self rightly relating to the self, or the self rightly relating to the divine. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. This is a rune that leads to blossoming and ripening. Berkana is concerned with the flow of beings into their new forms. Its action is gentle and penetrating and pervasive. What is called for here is to consider your issues with care and awareness. First, disperse resistance, then accomplish the work. For this to happen, your will must be clear and controlled, and your motives must be correct. That's what this is about, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Any dark corners should be cleansed. This must be carried out diligently and sometimes with expert help if you need it. Modesty, patience, fairness, generosity are called for. Once resistance is dispersed and rectification carried out and seen to hold firm, then through steadfastness and right attitude, the blossoming can occur. And that's it, short and sweet. Gemini, thank you for being here. Please take a moment right now and click the like button. Feed the YouTube algorithm beast. It helps the videos go out. There's an eye in the sky above the video about my sacred travel coming forward. The first workshop, I believe, is going to be held in New Mexico on the Scorpio new moon. Click that. Click the links below to get to my website, and everything you need is there. Readings, a way to contact me, etc. Okay, so thanks for being here. Thank you for what you're doing. Very truly, Gemini. Your readings are always gorgeous, and this one is no exception. Enjoy sailing through the new moon in Virgo. Enjoy your partner to the best of your ability. Enjoy your challenges because it's bringing to massive success through the energy of the Time Master, the infinity principle, my guides are saying. So thank you, gang. I will see you next week, Goddess willing. Until then, enjoy each other. Thank you so much for being here.